the shed, get things put where they need to be, put away, so I can get a few more things under cover really. Because it does feel like winter's here, although it's still very green. I mean, it's given a really warm, sunny weekend, but I mean, yeah, unless you've got hovercrafts, I don't think you're going to be able to do. There's going to be much going on. Wanted to get and cut some field hedges really, but no chance. It's bloody wet around here. Yeah, so we went in the last video. We did manage to fence that one stretch, which has got the pit in the middle of it. It doesn't show up very well on the camera, the depth of the pit, but we did it as best as we could. There is a bit of a gap under the wire in the lowest part of the pit, but I might just put a bit of barbed wire underneath the stock wire to stop anything crawling underneath it. I mean, ideally it wants all the spoil from the ditch moving and tipping in that hole really, but it'd be very soft. So yeah, I went back there today and put a bit of barbed wire up, but I almost got my Land Rover stuck. It's all, the whole field's underwater, so I abandoned the job, come home. I've just tidied the that damp hay out of the little baler that I'd left, that we were baling a couple of weeks ago. It's been on my mind every time I walk past the baler. I think, God, I need to get that stuff out of the baler, and yeah, it'd gone pretty manky. So I had to put like 3 little bales of straw in just to get one manky bale of solid hay out. So, but anyway, we got it out. And then, so next job's get this mower washed off and oiled and put away, and yeah, just start packing stuff in the shed really. But yeah, so I don't know, it gives a nice weekend, but what that'll do, I don't think that'll really do much good to the ground, because it's going to take a week for the water to get away now. We've got a load of ponds here, like down there and all that stuff, that they've got an out. Yeah, I was saying, the ponds down here have got a 4-inch pipe outlet. There's like 3 or 4, what is there? I should know. There's four ponds all joined together, and they've got an outlet, but it blocks up quite easily. It's not very hard to unblock. You've just got to go in with your waders and stick your hand down the pipe, but those, when they drain away, they drain into where there was that flooding by the road where we were cutting those beech hedges. It all needs to go through that really, and that backs up onto our field because of the culvert under the road isn't really big enough for the amount of water that goes through there. So there's no point unblocking the ponds until all that water's gone, because it'll just make that flood 10 times worse. But once that goes, I need to get all that water gone out of the ponds, and it might just stop it flooding as much if we've got a bit of, storage space in the ponds. So anyway, I'm going to wash this mower off now, see how we get on. It's always a really fun job, isn't it, washing mowers? Yeah. fiddly thing to wash mowers are. This thing especially has got like this channel down here which is always full of soil, and it takes a bit of blowing the soil out. Christ, it doesn't matter how many times you go over it, every time you change from front to back, it's like you're just blowing the stuff from front to back. You could just keep going forever, couldn't you? I always find that with mowers, they're bloody they suck a lot of time if you want to try and get every last bit of crap off it. Yeah, I think that'll have to do. Probably a bucket load of crap under here now to brush up. Just need to find a brush. Where it lives. Usually room to park something here in front of it in the shed, like my little tractor. This thing's trailer's got a flat tyre again. I assume it's always the same one, it keeps going flat. I think I put they haven't got tubes in them, I think I put a load of gunk in it. But I mean, it has been sat for quite a few months. Yeah, just add it to the list. I want to get a sheet on this hay. It does seem to be, when the wind's blowing that way, it does seem to catch the front. It'll all go minging if it gets rained on it too much. So I've got a big lorry sheet I've dragged out the tip up there. I've just put it in the shed. I might see if I can hang it up somehow to dry it out a bit before I throw it over. Yeah, that's it. I haven't really done a lot else today. I've oiled the death out of this thing. I was going to weld up where it cracked, but I haven't, just sort of run out of time really. This piece of plate on the side of here, when it jackknifed when Dan was mowing, it's bent that plate back a bit. I was going to weld it up, but I've just sort of run out of time, so probably won't get done now, but whatever. It's all oiled up anyway, washed off, so that's one box ticked. Yeah, we've had quite a nice day here actually today. We needed a dry day really. Yeah, I had to rearrange, once I got my mower out of the way of that shed, when I stacked those bales in on top of the small bales, I must have knocked, it was like a wooden joist which fastens the back Yorkshire boarding to the roof, and I must have snapped it off when I pushed the bales in, so the Yorkshire boarding had bowed out and the gutter wasn't working and the water was running in the back of the shed all over the straw, so I managed to pull the big bales out of the way and screwed it back on, so that solved that problem. But yeah, need to get back on this shed really. It's getting higher up the list. Just trying to figure out how to do it, or at least get some gutters on it. Don't know whether to get a few more of those Z things, go across and just, I don't know, anyway, I'll keep talking about it till I eventually do something about it. Yeah, one of these drunk sheep, just wandering around loose now. They seem to be a lot better. There's a pair of them and they've both been just sort of grazing just around, just at home here. Weird things. There's clearly something wrong with it, but I mean, they're both getting better every day. And whether it's not quite got all its sight. It's weird that the two of them split up and went two completely different places. Both just seem to be on that. Seem to want to be on their own, which is odd because sheep don't normally, do they? But yeah, the other one went off down the field down there near the chickens somewhere. But, yeah. Hopefully another couple of weeks it'll be about 35 kilo. I can take it to the market. Places on the whole farm to go and lie. Decided to lie in the feed passage of the cows. How bizarre. Maybe it's like a protective thing. Probably feel safe there, you know.